All right, good morning and welcome to Landslide News. With me today is Peter and Godwin. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Okay, all about Wike is still much in the news. Wike is all over the place. Now he said he's going to be every weekend. He's going to be in River State, and Fubara fired back and said, well, they can be dancing, we don't know how to dance. He said after they finish dancing, he said they go and be crying. He said we will know how to talk. But beyond that is the National Secretary of the People's Democratic, the APC, saying that Wike should resign. I mean, he's a PDP member as he claims, though he's been expunged from PDP, but he's still having a faction. But I've also said that factionalization of political parties don't have structures. That's what faction is. Faction is a voice of dissent within a political party, not having your own structure and all that. But that's what Wike has in PDP, and he claims that he's in PDP. But on the other contrary, he has also said that what we are having is a renewed hope agenda family. Now all confusing, but Ajibade has told him it's time to resign. Do you think he will resign?
Wike was a PDP member when he was appointed as a minister of FCT as a result of the role he played in the 2023 general elections that brought President Bola Ahmed Tinubu into office. But as he stands now, based on what the National Secretary of the All Progressives Congress said, he is not a member of All Progressives Congress. He is only a member of the Federal Executive Council. And so he does not have any legal nor moral right to interfere in the affairs of the APC. His duty, as he said he work and he is working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and not for APC. So if you are working for the president and not APC, you shouldn't be interfering with them. And if him working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu will bring problem into the APC, it is better, as the National Secretary say, for him to resign from his position as a minister of FCT and face his politics.
That's the Renewed Hope Agenda Family.
Whatever he want to call it, Renewed Hope Agenda Family is not a political party. According to the Nigerian Constitution, you can only seek elective position on a platform of a registered and recognized political party. So his New Hope Agenda is just a committee of friends.
In River State?
In River State, yes. He also said that nobody can call him to order as far as the politics of River State is concerned. And so what the National Secretary of APC has said is the right thing. He has two options. One, either to officially defect to APC and then begin to battle the governor internally, in which in any case he will be if he join APC, he will be under the governor, because according to the law, according to the constitution of the party, the governor is the head of the party at the state level. Even the vice president of Nigeria recently stated in one of his outings in Bruno that he is the number 2 citizen of Nigeria, but as far as APC is concerned in Bruno State, Babagana Zulum remains the leader of the party. And so the moment Fubara defected to APC and carried their card, as stated by both the National Working Committee, the chairman, and the secretary, Fubara remains the leader.
Okay, Wike never actually keeps quiet when bullets are fired at him. First of all, it was Larry, the spokesperson of Wike, saying that this National Secretary of PDP, of APC, doesn't have as much influence as Wike has in Osun State. That's number one. Wike said the National Secretary of APC should go and find out people that came after him, what he did to them, anybody that made sure they stand on his way, what he did to them. I mean, firing on all cylinder. He's also telling the National Secretary that your job is at risk.
Yeah, it's an interesting time in Rivers State, and I'm quite happy that APC have seen what played out in PDP. They don't want to allow something. They try to guide the house. And Senator Ajibola Bashiru, I give kudos to him. Firstly, he didn't attack Wike. He didn't even address Wike. He addressed an internal party issue.
Who is the South?
Wike is not part of. He was talking to people in River State. The governor is our leader. Nobody within the APC River State can disrespect that office. As long as it's our party member. Our party constitution is clear on this. So next time when Wike, as long as it's River State, nobody should come in. In River State, you are private property. This is a national secretary of a party. And the governor of River State is from his party. And some people are trying to undermine the governor. He came out as the spokesperson of the party, as the face of the party. Don't say he can't do that. The chairman has equally said that we, as of today, Fubara is the leader of APC River State until anything that happens. As of today, that's what he is. So why is Wike being threatened by one of that people coming, party members coming to talk about the river Fubara? The other day he was opposed to the man. He is the chairman. Look at people he's attacking though. He is the chairman of APC Governors Forum. He is identifying with his colleague from River State and encouraging him. He is a trying type of football. Let's not forget about that. He's a trying type of football. So they all try to give him moral support, courage, and let him understand that this time shall pass. But Wike is not taking it easy. And the truth be told, if this is a same community, a country where things work, Wike ought to resign. It can't be a minister of FCT where you have a responsibility to people of FCT. Every other day we see in River State doing politics, saying all manner of things. So you can't serve two masters at the same time. Since you feel like now it's time for you to play politics, leave FCT. Let somebody else focus on the FCT and address FCT's problem. You go and play politics. Wike has not joined APC, so he should allow APC be in peace. Or if you want to join, he should join.
Okay, Godwin, do you think, number one, the president is going to relieve Wike of his job? That's number one. Then number two, do you think Wike himself will like to leave that position or resign from that position, as advised by the National Secretary?
Have you seen any African man that resigned from a juicy position before?
Adeosho.
Adeosho has a mixed societal value.
Yeah.
That the Western value and that of Nigeria. You remember that she was brought in from the UK. So that don't compare. Somebody like Wike, when Makinde attacked him recently and said at age 29, he was already a millionaire in dollar from his company that I believe probably Wike was in school that time. Wike say he chooses business and work. He choose power and politics. The only natural resources and the only industry Wike knows is power and politics. He has never done anything outside that. Even the law he studied in the University of Science and Technology, he has never practiced it anywhere.
But he's a member of the body of benchers.
Member by graduation. You understand? Member by graduation, he has never practiced anywhere. The only thing he knows is power and politics. So for him to voluntarily resign, that one is nearly impossible. But whether the president will relieve him of his appointment or not, it's likely he will relieve him of that appointment, because the interest of the APC comes first. You know, Tinubu doesn't joke with the party. You agree with me that since he assumed office, he has not allowed any crisis to linger within the party. APC. And so if Wike will cause disaffection among the hierarchy and leadership of the APC that he is not even a member, the president will not take that. And remember, In the eye of the law, as it stands today, Wike does not have political party.
Yes.
Unless the pending case in court is determined. Otherwise, Wike has been expelled by PDP.
And presented with a certificate of expulsion.
A well-packaged certificate of expulsion. Most likely the first of its kind. And so, he's running from pillar to pole, firing, probably want to capitalize on the weak judicial system and where justice are bought and sold.
But if
I was talking with
Wike,
somebody on this. I was talking to somebody on this. He told me something. Say Tinubu is now about to leave Wike. I asked him why. He said they had a part, and that part has to do with 2023 election, which has not expired. Would Wike? Let's tell me something. Will Wike be involved in 2027? He doubts it. He doubts his involvement in 2027. But that part has to do with 2023, which will expire come May 29, 2027. So he might let him be. That is agreement reached. You know, Wike slogan is agreement is agreement.
Agreement is agreement. You must also, if I'm keeping my part, which to some extent the president has kept his 70% of his part because Wike has been there for over 2 years. Remember, immediately Wike got in, FCT was removed from TSA, unlimited access to finance. For the first time, FCT got budget of 1.something trillion. For the first time, and got over 300 billion naira supplementary budget of that same year. Today, the current budget is far more than that. What else? What other way could the president have fulfill his own part of the game? But as I'm fulfilling my own part of the agreement, you are also supposed to play by the rule. Because if you allow Wike to continue in this manner, the 2027 that he has not had agreement with the president on, he may jeopardize the president's chances.
But Makinde told us that he told the president that he's going to hold down PDP for him.
Yes.
So that agreement that may also be pending.
No, he has bargaining for 2027.
Yeah, he has held down the PDP already now. In fact, this PDP ADC is even more of the opposition now than PDP. He has succeeded in doing that. In an attempt to, I read this morning that even Bola Ahmed, who is even the leader of the PDP, is about to defect to ADC. This is what you see. So there is nothing left of PDP that he has not done. Don't you? If he had not done that, if PDP had put their house together and all of that, by now Tinubu will know that it's a 110 president. But Wike has played that part, even without Makinde telling the world that he was shocked when Wike told that. He said
that
Tinubu did not solicit, that it was Wike who said, "Sir, I'm going to hold down PDP for you against 2027 election." So the 2020 is still within the time, and he has done that. So relieving him is Wike is as important to Tinubu for as PDP was a party. But now that PDP is at this rate, I think
Wike as it is now, it doesn't have anything who's holding on to except a faction part of PDP that he claims, which is not legal to the
committee of friends that he financed.
Now, if he's ousted from this government, he's not allowed into APC. It becomes kind of partyless. That means having a platform to which him or his cronies can contest election is going to be very difficult. So do you think Wike will ever want to relieve PDP?
Wike might not want to leave PDP, but Wike problem started when those he was fighting joined APC. He had the support of APC, Abilishu, when he was fighting this people. Okowa moved into APC. APC member, all those PDP people you were fighting, they've all moved in. Now, the Israeli fans started dwindling. These are people he constantly attack on the public spaces. Now, you can't no longer attack them because they're part of the APC. So that's Wike's problem. You see, when you are planning, you don't know what the next person is planning. So he didn't foresee this happening. That's what made him relevant. So all this fight has gone. Now, who is the chairman of Renew Hope South South? It's Okowa. I wonder history between Okowa and Wike. I wonder who is between Okowa and Hope Uzodinma. So Wike issue is not just PDP. PDP, he needs a house. I won't say I lie to you. Wike needs a house. And again, APC could be a volatile house for him. He needs to do everything he can to hold on to PDP, to have a home. As of today, Wike does not have a home. He's floating. So don't think people can let go of PDP. Not because he loves PDP, not because life is so to us that if he leaves PDP, people will die. That is not the reason. As of today, he needs a home. Because if he ventures goes into an APC's home, they know that isn't the PDP. They don't give you that space PDP gave you. They don't allow you to do what you did in PDP in APC. So that's what he's doing what he's doing. He needs to hold on to PDP to have a home.
Now, Godwin, finally, his threat to the secretary of APC, the national secretary of APC, is it something that we should think
It's nothing. He's not an APC member. No governor in APC is having issue with the secretary. The chairman of the party is not having issue with the secretary. The president himself is not having issue with the secretary. The national working committee of the party is not having issue with the secretary. Look, I learned from somebody very reliable recently that Wike has party that he use proxy to register. And that is on that platform, he's going to sponsor somebody to run for Rivers State governor. He knows
likely
what he's doing.
Yeah.
But you see, he may not succeed because APC will throw their weight behind the governor.
the governor?
So he doesn't have anybody, just like he say, he doesn't have anybody to fight again. All the adversaries are now brothers in APC.
And their sins have been forgiven.
Yes. As according to your brothers,
I wonder why you ascribe everything bad to me.
Yeah, you are a very strong man from Edo.
Okay, all right. We'll be seeing how the guy will be contesting and moving on. But Wike is definitely a man drowning, trying to survive.
Exactly.
We'll see how
he can hold on to anything.
Yes.